Righty ho then. So, this will be your third dose of World of Warships for today. You lucky, lucky lot. So, um, this is a Yamato game, a very good Yamato game, if I do say so myself, and also kind of unexpectedly as well. But we will get on to that part a bit later. So, we start up towards the sea cap. This is a carrier game. Decent matchmaking, some tier 10s, well, mostly tier 10s, but some tier 8s and 9s thrown in just for good measure. So, with that said, let's get on to it. Um, so,
Hands to action stations.
as things start, I kind of had the genius idea to sit behind this island just to our left. Now, because it's kind of, I can still shoot over it. Well, of course I can shoot over it. There's barely anything there. But it's an island still, so it will block torpedoes. And that was the thinking. Unfortunately, because I can shoot over it, that means everyone else can. So, yeah, this doesn't go as ideally as I would have liked. But let's not spoil anything. You'll see. Um, so, to begin with, we find a Hindenburg. We put some shots out. This game started pretty early, of course, because of there's a carrier. Carriers always mean that things get spotted quickly, and these shells are actually looking pretty good. Unfortunately, looks can be deceiving, so those shells were in fact not very good. The dispersion was nice. It was okay, but they just didn't go really where I wanted them to go. But then if the shells always went where I wanted them to go, I would never, I would just always dev strike everything. So that's clearly not how that works. So we get a single shell on the Thunderer, 5k damage near enough. Of course, Yamato pens are fairly big, so that's always nice. Now, the Thunder is turning, so I kind of think, well, we'll put a pot shot out there and just see what happens. I don't believe we manage anything much. Yeah, just another single pen, so another 4k damage, nothing spectacular. And so my idea here was to sit behind this island, because even though it's basically flat, the idea was if any DDs try and torp me, or rather, no DD will try and torp me because there's an island in the way and the torps aren't going to do anything. Anyways, we fire off a shell at the salvo rather at the Des Moines, and we land a big chunk. I was genuinely surprised at this. So we fire off another one in the hopes that we can get one or two hits for a bit more damage. We manage to. We get a pen and an overpen. Nothing startling. We'll take it. There's the little blue flare from our Kleber, who just got his thing for capping, his fancy captain thing. And we land a citadel on the Hindenburg, and that's like half of his health. So that was okay. We're gonna put out another shell, see if we can't do it again. But ultimately, the Hindi is gonna be an annoyance for a bit longer. I think we chunk him a bit, but it's still not ideal. Yeah, so another 6k, nothing spectacular. And in hindsight, I should have seen this and started turning, now. Because this Kremlin is... Well, he's got my side, and that's never a good thing in a Yamato. This genuinely could have been the end for me here, so... Yeah. Um, but we get going, and then yeah, that hurt. But we see the Kremlin is about to start turning, and we see the Kremlin is turning. So we put some shots out, and we'll see what happens. Um, yeah, 13k, big chunk, but you know, it could have been worse. Could have been better, mind you. Some citadels wouldn't have gone amiss, but you know, we'll take it. Um, so we're now in a position where, well, a bad position. In all honesty, this wasn't very good positioning on my part. Um, and the problem is there's a fair bit of stuff here, and the problem here is that, well, there's a lot of stuff, and they're all really focusing me.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Pretty much. So we dodged these torps. Jobs are good and nicely done. 11k to the Thunderer. Like, that's a pretty decent chunk. But as I'm sure you can imagine, you know, we're burning in 3 places now. That's not going to be very good for our health pool. So you know, we're gonna get pretty low, and we're burning again. One fire burns out, 2 more take its place. It's like the fucking Hydra. Wouldn't that make it a Phaedra? Yeah, I guess so. I guess that would. But, so we make it down to 10k. 10k health. In a Yamato, which eats pens like, well, not as bad as the French battleships, but still, she likes to eat a lot of damage. So shells out, and we get him. A citadel even. We're doing pretty well there. So this looks like it could be potentially like an unlikely comeback. So we're kinda low. Health-wise, 17k for a Yami. It's not very good, given that she's near enough spotted from orbit, and she has her weaknesses in the armor scheme and all that. But, you know, as old Uncle Bumblefuck would say, or also known as Ave, well, you've got to piss with the cock you've got and all that, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to make do with what we've got, and, yeah, we'll just have to see how that works out. So we've put some more shells out at the Thunderer, and, yeah, only 2k damage, so that's not ideal. We could have done, you know, better. But, you know, we'll take what we can get. So we put some more shells out. Thunder sets us on fire again. We do put that one out immediately, and you know that was a risky move. But the idea here was that, well, my heal came off cooldown very shortly after that, and the other side of things is he was pretty low. So I kind of reckoned I could get away with it, and in fairness, I got away with it. But that was risky. In hindsight, I shouldn't have done that until he was dead. But like, yeah, we got away with it, so it was okay in the end, I guess. But like, yeah, that wasn't the best idea I've ever had. So next up, there's a Hindenburg in front of us, and the Hindenburg is basically the only thing we can see at this point anyways. We get some chunk damage. We're up to 158k now.
Torpedoes dead ahead.
There's the Yu Yang, 10 kilometers away. Our guns have just come back up as well, so, you know, we may as well take a pot shot. So shells out. He just gets unspotted, unfortunately. But, you know, we land 3 shells. Apparently 1 pen, but yeah, that's just broken. DD full pens on DDs haven't been a thing in, I want to say, a few years, like a year or two, maybe. I don't know. I don't know actually. Either way, it's been a while since they took out full BB pens on DDs. So that's probably just like the reporting broke or something. Either way, though, it wasn't a full pen. It was 3 overpens basically. It'll show the full pen banner, but it'll only do an overpen's worth of damage. So yeah. With this said, though, excuse me, sorry. With this said, really all that's left is 2 cruisers and the carrier. There is, and we've just lost. I mean, we've only lost 3 ships. Like this game is a fucking stomp. Like, yeah. So the Smolensk has been spotted by the Currywurst, by the looks of things. Of course, we're not going to be able to shoot at him. We can't see him. I don't think we could. Oh god. Excuse me. I do apologise about that. I don't think we can get shells on the Smolensk over the island, unless we have a lock on, basically. So no dice on that front, unfortunately. But it wouldn't matter. The Currywurst has taken care of him. So the only thing left at this point is the carrier. Oh god, excuse me. I'm not sure why I'm yawning. I slept well, so it shouldn't really be a problem. But one of those things. So the only thing left being the carrier. We've decided to point our guns over that way in the hopes that he gets spotted or the cyclone comes to an end or something. Realistically speaking, God, excuse me. I really have no idea why I think the coffee's wearing off. Yeah. Anyways, so we're hoping the carrier gets spotted, but it's not looking very promising, especially given we might, of course we wouldn't have gotten spotted when we shot because there's a fucking cyclone on. I swear, guys, I'm supposed to be a smart man. I'm not so sure, though. But either way, we either win in 46 seconds or the carrier gets sunk. So far, neither of these things are, neither of the things involving sinking the carrier are looking particularly likely. Oh god, excuse me. I really don't get it. I don't know why. I shouldn't be yawning. I slept well. I went to bed at 11 and I was asleep until 9. So yeah, I don't get it. But it'll do. But with that said, though, the game ends. We get 19,000 XP, 4,072 free XP, 162,745 damage, 4 citadels, 1 assisted in capture, 1 aircraft shot down, Yamato anti-air. Well, it's always been its Achilles heel, even in the real world. 1 ship sunk, 46 shell hits, and we won. We also got a fireproof. I'm kind of surprised we didn't get a dreadnought, to be completely honest. Oh god, excuse me. Once again, we unfortunately don't have the team score because I broke my Windows install, so I lost those. Fortunately, I ended up sending just the personal score things, the scorecards, in a Discord server that I'm in, so I could get them off of there. But I should, in hindsight, I should have sent the team score as well, which I usually do. But because I was posting 3 of them at once, I kind of thought, no, we'll just send the personal scores. Yeah, that came to bite me again. But it's one of those things. All of the games moving forwards will have the team score as well, but it's just for these 3 because I've had to reinstall Windows. That I've lost those basically. With that said, though, that will be your 3rd and final dose of World of Warships for today. As mentioned in the other videos, if you have any, constructive criticisms, pop them in the comments. I will get into that. If it's something I can change, I will look into changing it. If not, then I won't. If there are any ships you want to see played, specifically, if there's any particular ship you want to see played, in the context of one of these videos, where I'll pull out a decent game for yourselves, just let me know in the comments down below. If you want to see all of the games and not just the cherry picked ones, there's the Twitch channel. That's where you'll find all of the games and not just the good ones. And we can have a laugh. We can have a nice time and all. Next up, if you would like to speak to the pudding, there's the Discord channel, and there will be a link to that in the description as well. And lastly, if you enjoy the content here that I'm pumping out, and I do hope you are, feel free to give me a subscription on YouTube. It doesn't cost anything. It's nice. It's it's a good indicator as to should I carry on. Well, not should I carry on. I'm probably not going to stop, to be honest. But it's it's a nice motivator in any case, I guess. But with all of that said, I will see you all again next time. I do hope you have yourself a good, a lovely morning, evening, night, afternoon, day, night thing, whatever it happens to be over there where you are. And with that said, I will see you all again next time. In the meantime, until I see you all again, do take care of yourselves. Don't go doing anything careless or what have you. Do be careful. Do take care. I will be doing the same. And until next time, just take care and be well or something along those lines. I will see you all again next time. So yeah, I will see you then. Do take care, everyone, and have yourselves, as I say, a nice morning, evening, night, whatever it happens to be there. So yeah, I'll see you then. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.